What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today we're at the Capsule to talk to you about another HEB product. This one is a special recipe thins chip. This is actually the 5th edition that they've come out with. They started with Korean barbecue, then skillet queso, then pot roast, then Italian sausage and peppers, and very, very soon there'll also be a 6th one, which is smoked Gouda. But of course, today we're focusing on the brand new smoked brisket flavor, which is, you know, a flavor that's definitely very near and dear to me because I've been traveling around going to barbecue places all across Texas for years and years and years now. Done the Texas Monthly Magazine's top 50 barbecue places twice in a row. So I know my brisket. I really do. I know I haven't done a lot of eating brisket on camera, but me and my girlfriend Rachel have had so many barbecue restaurants worth of brisket. So I'm pretty excited about this flavor, but also a little bit trepidatious because really good brisket flavor is tough to nail. So let's see what HEB has in store for us, because brisket chips is a unique flavor for sure. The only other time I can remember it being done where Cape Cod came out with the Americana brisket flavor. I think it was about 3 years ago. So it's the only other time I remember that ever happening.
How were they?
You know what? I never bought them. I didn't have a review. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of really interesting products as I've been going to grocery stores over the course of the last 11 or 12 years that I never tried because I never had a place to, there's never really a purpose for it unless I was keeping the packaging. And chip bags are tough to keep. They're tough to store in the collection. So one thing I will say as a first impression, because if you go back and watch CTC review number 22, when we talked about the pot roast and the skillet queso chips, the scent was so strong and so pronounced, especially of the pot roast chips, that really became a big time highlight, a really impactful moment. But these smell like just kind of like a little peppery, like kettle cooked chip. You want to smell?
Sure. Let's give it a look.
So yeah, inside, yeah, you get the nice kind of yellow chips there with some, I mean, you know, like I said, just smells like a little peppery regular chip. Not a ton of coverage, not a ton of color to these chips. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, there's just not a lot of, this one's a little bit straighter. Not a lot of coverage, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how mighty that little, those little tiny grains might be. Let's see. Wow. A lot stronger flavor than I anticipated. Just smacked me in the face. Wow. Oh boy. Very, 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 very salty. Incredibly salty. But distinctly brisket in the rub sense, for sure. They did capture the meat flavor surprisingly well. And even though this should be a compliment because their pot roast chips are unbelievable, it does kind of really give me a little bit more like the pot roast kind of beef flavor, but not in a necessarily complimentary way like you would expect, since I love the pot roast chips so much. But it does kind of taste like brisket. I don't know. Way too salty though. I mean, I understand that the salt and pepper are such a huge part of Texas brisket. You know, those are two like really, really intense flavors, but this one went way overboard on the salt. Could have dialed it back at least 50% and still done all right. Ryan, what do you think, man?
Very salty.
Very salty. Really a disappointment after the last round. You know?
I just wish they were the pot roast.
Yeah, the pot roast chips were just so great. And if they're still on shelves by you, and you're near an HEB that still has them, I'd recommend buying them, because these and the smoked Gouda, they are replacing the skillet queso and pot roast chips. They're gone, right? Just like the Italian pepper and sausage and the Korean barbecue flavors were replaced by the skillet queso and pot roast. Now all 4 of those flavors are gone. There is a marked spot for the smoked Gouda chips, so a review of those should probably be coming soon. But you know, I gotta tell you, I don't really like these. I don't like them that much. I just think that they're just way too salty. But I will say, for the gimmick though, is I think that the idea of brisket chips, I think it's a great idea. I think the packaging looks great. I mean, look, for $1.98, this bag is freaking gigantic and really nicely designed. So, I don't know. I'll give the gimmick a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's pretty solid. I think they did a great job of the packaging. I think that brisket was just a very innovative yet safe idea. You know, because, you know, in Texas, where, you know, nearly every HEB is based out of, you know, this is a flavor that we're all familiar with, that we're all excited about, and I think they're going to get a lot of impulse buys. I think this was a smart addition to the lineup. But getting into that flavor, it's not so great, but I will give them some credit. It did kind of it tasted like brisket. It didn't taste like the best brisket I've ever had. Franklin Barbecue in Austin, shout out to those guys, Aaron Franklin. What's up? These don't taste like Franklin Barbecue, though. I gotta tell you, they don't taste like even Rudy's Barbecue. Oh man, so salty. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a 3.5 out of 10, and the reason why I'm even giving them that high is because I do think they did an okay job capturing the brisket, but the salt is just an explosion. It's an uncontrollable amount of salt. It is just so salty. And you wouldn't know by looking at the chip. It really sneaks up on you. So, I don't know, guys. If you're buying HEB, it's kind of a coin flip. I think it's interesting enough that it's probably worth $1.98 flyer for you. You might as well pick them up. But I don't think you're really going to like them. I don't know. If you've had a chance to try them, let me try to get some feedback from y'all. But I have a feeling it's going to be more of the same. These are really, 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 really salty. So, yeah, guys, hope that you enjoyed the review. And we have got tons of Halloween stuff coming really soon. Cereals and candy and all kinds of stuff that we're really excited about. So stay tuned to future volumes of the CTC review and celebrate Halloween with us this year, because we're really looking forward to spending it with you guys. So till next time, I will miss you until I see ya. And you better start grabbing those pot roast and even the skillet queso chips if you see them at HEB, because they're going away. And you don't want to be stuck with these like we are. Cheers. Whew, salty.